How you doing, brother?
Hey, I just want to say on a serious note that I'm glad your wife is okay. I heard you had a little bit of a
Yeah,
issue
thanks.
with your wife.
Well, she's pregnant with twins, so
Yeah,
it's like well. By the way, congratulations too. I know you guys are
thank you.
in the same process. It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
They switch
Can you
and they
turn them
breach.
down a little bit?
Oh, sorry, am I too loud for you?
I just told Dan, our producer, to turn the volume down a little bit. You're
I'm
good.
gonna take out my gum.
Yeah.
Yeah, they switch and they breach, and so she
They're
actually
rolling around.
Yeah. I mean, at first they said C-section, and then they
Oh,
said,
no.
"Oh, we might be able to do a natural birth, but they often do C-section." And then they said, "Oh, yeah," and then they said, "No, wait, now the other one's breached." And the boy is just a dick. He just will not stop kicking the other one. It's like I would say it's like a junior suite apartment. He keeps kicking the girl, and so then the girl wakes up. So
Oh,
yeah,
so how far in is she?
she's due late July, early August.
Oh, wow, that's coming right up.
Yeah, and I've got a big surgery July 1st, so I'm trying to get everything done in a hurry.
Is that your first?
It is. Yeah,
wow.
it is. Yeah, we talked about it on the show quite a bit. My wife had a basic operation for well, I won't talk about it. She probably won't. But basically, then she woke up with something called GBS. So we kind of, it wasn't really fertility issues. It was a physical issue. And GBS actually paralyzes you from the waist down. So
That's what she was experiencing?
yeah, when she came out, just because they
Holy
put her under
sh-
anesthesia. And so it's interesting. Like, you know, I'm like a pro-vaxxer, generally speaking, but she can't even get a flu shot. It's one of the few conditions because of the GBS. It's like a neurological condition where she has to be careful with any vaccine. So it's just been a weird navigation. But this is your second, right?
Yeah, this is gonna be our second. So we've been through it.
Yeah.
But and it's just one. It was supposed to be three, but the one child cannibalized everyone, and he has gained their energies to become the ultimate human being.
I feel like that's what happens with that's what happened with the Olsen twins. I'm convinced that one of them is evil. And
One of them ate the third one.
Yeah, something happened there. Well, it seems like whenever you see them in pictures, there's one who's more disturbing. But
Maybe you're right.
but all right, man. Well, I appreciate you coming on and doing this, and doing this. A lot of people don't, so just talking, avoiding kind of the social media pissing contest drama. So yeah, are you ready to go?
So I just want to make one clarification. So in terms of, so we're both going to record it, and then we can use it wherever we want, on your show, on my show, whatever, right?
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
the idea? Okay.
Yeah, and we can send you the file if we want because we have the master file, everything. So
Yeah, I think we're good, right, Dan? We're recording it on our end.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we've never used Zoom either. We did you ever get sold on that Skype TX box? Remember when that came out?
Oh no, I've always had such a pain with Skype that Zoom has always been really good. So
Well, the Skype TX
Yeah.
box is like from New Tech, I think, and they sold us on that. They said this is what Jimmy Kimmel uses and all these people. And
Skype?
Well,
Really?
Skype TX, it's like a box that's like it's almost like remember the
It's
Comrex
good?
boxes? No, it sucks. So what,
Oh, yeah,
what we've had to do is we just have Mac Minis set up, and Skype has played well with those, but not the exclusively designed Skype TX box that we paid whatever
got
premium
it.
for.
Yeah,
so.
Skype. I don't trust Skype. Skype has always sucked.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll just.
Okay, so we're gonna record it, and then the topics are just like we said about authority with the vaccine, and there was something else you mentioned. I don't know how on.
Well,
topic
I just
you wanna
thought,
keep it.
yeah. However you want to do it, I thought that since that was kind of the subject that
Yeah,
that got
makes
us
sense.
into a tiff, that we could talk about sort of the CDC, sort of medical authorities, and you
Yeah.
can tell me where you disagree with me, and then also kind of big tech because that ties in, with the CDC and
Yeah.
World Health Organization. And
Okay.
I'll just sort of I'll introduce it to my I have a little bit of a different audience to let them know kind of who you are, what's going on, and if you want to do the same, that's fine. But
Yeah. Of course. We'll let them know.
all right,
Okay.
I will go and
So, all right.
I'll give you a countdown, and then I'll 3, 2. All right, okay. I'm really glad to have my next guest on the show, and I've always said this. I always respect people who enter into the arena. And we've had a lot of debates on this show, which is different from like a Change My Mind, where we sit down and have conversations. But my old Brazilian jiu-jitsu coach always said, "If you come a switch, we go switch. You go spicy, we're gonna do a little spicy." So we always try and keep it as respectful as possible. And I really do appreciate the guy making the time because a lot of people has a huge YouTube channel, several YouTube channels, one of the OGs. A lot of people watch him. You know him, some of you like him, some of you don't. Same can be said for me. Ethan Klein from H3H3. Ethan, thanks, man, for making the time.
You're very welcome. And I just want to say, I know you called me. You said that I would be a layup.
I think I
Which is
used something
fine,
like
which
that.
is fine,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I think you're right because I don't think I'm a very good debater. I think you know that. So I didn't want to make it too easy for you.
Oh, okay.
So I've prepared.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So what we
So
were going to
Dan,
talk
whenever you're
about
ready.
is the initial quote that happened. I think he's looking off there. The initial quote that kind of was turned into a little bit of a meme, which wasn't intentional, and was you saying you don't even have to think about it regarding the CDC. And I disagree with that. I think people should think about it. I believe. And we talked about this through Playful Ribbing in an aggregation of medical authorities and scientific voices to make an informed and rational decision. So where do you think that I'm wrong on that?
Stephen, do you know that the Spartans are like practice man love with children?
Oh, geez. Okay, so this is what's going to happen. What did I tell you? He was going to do anything he could to avoid. Oh, there he is. Oh no, Sam Cedar. What a fucking nightmare.
Thank you, Stephen.
I had no idea this was going to happen. I thought Ethan was a stand-up guy. This is where we are. Yeah,
well-
I told Dave. Remember I told you? I said I guarantee you he's going to do anything he can to avoid the debate.
Well, I just think he believes that he should debate you.
No, he doesn't. He just takes advantage of women with mental health issues. Ethan
Stephen,
Klein
you
doesn't
know what?
stand up and do his own
brought on-
fighting.
I gotta say,
Bring
It's
on
just
Mo.
hilarious.
told
Let's
my
bring on
producers
FM.
that you would do anything to avoid talking to me. I think the point.
Does
you
Yes,
that
made
that's
at
include
the
Joe
beginning of
Rogan?
this-
Yeah, Joe
and
Rogan
Dave
and Ben
Rubin
and Dave
Ben
Rubin and
Shapiro.
Jordan Peterson and Noam Chomsky and Sam Harris. Everyone's been avoiding.
And not just attempting
Sam
to get
Cedar.
your audience by jumping in.
Well, I debated with Charlie Kirk. Stephen, I mean, it's about issues.
It's about
Let's
issues,
talk about
yeah.
those issues.
That's what you're
I
doing
think you have
here.
Some
Yeah.
valid points.
You're so clever. I
that
had
think
no
we should
idea
discuss.
that you were taking your show off early last time, coming in today with your pig pen peanuts
I
eyes.
wish every.
You take those off with the velveteen buttons?
They're just
Well, you must
black
have been
eyes,
very
aren't
worried
they?
about
Like
this, Stephen. I don't know
no
why.
one's
you would
worried
be
Oh, come
about
on,
it. It's
Sam.
why I didn't want to
concerned.
do it.
Well, let's have
Sam,
the
come
debate.
on.
If
Just
no
I'll tell you
one's
what. I have a
worried, let's
general.
do this.
I have a general rule.
This is a great
I don't start a
opportunity
debate based
to-
with people on a lie. And how
Or
about you get
sabotaging.
How about you get to a
Stephen,
30th
show
of the
yourself,
audience
you
share?
coward. Stephen, show
A
yourself.
30th of the
Don't show your
audience.
co-host.
Ethan, you should show yourself.
Ethan, how can you respect
you
yourself as a
you
man,
believe
brother?
in something so
Stephen,
strongly that
Stephen,
you're
you
not
are such
willing
a
to
coward.
debate.
Stop showing your little
I
leprechaun
thought you did
co-host.
that.
Right.
Hey,
Ethan, come on, Ethan. Why do you have to bring on a guy who has a 30th of the viewership of yourself?
Saddest thing I've ever heard. So you have a guy
Just
with
show
less
Steven.
viewers to come on to debate him because you can't? Why don't you
obviously,
get
if I'm a-
Apparently he had to think about it, bro.
If I'm a
Yeah, he had to
layup and
think
not a
about it.
debater,
Well, look, you're the one who
You're the one
you're
that
the one who got
started the
personal and
debate. You're
started
the one
it.
that got angry about it.
Look,
Look, the
Stephen,
debate.
Hold on a
Such
second.
a
All right, hold on.
coward.
Let me hear what Pigpen has to say here really quick.
Fair enough.
But
Show
Ethan,
Steven.
look, I don't. Hold on a second, Ethan. This is because initially I came out
Thank
here to
you.
talk with Ethan. Ethan, come on, man. Look, the same reason that I haven't ever had a conversation with Sam Cedars, the same reason that Joe Rogan, Sam Harris, Brett Weinstein, Dave Rubin, Ben Shapiro don't owe him anything. It's based on a lie, Ethan. Just like you
What's the
claiming
lie?
my Ethan, you
What's the
claiming
lie?
my booker
What's the
reached
lie,
out to you,
Stephen?
Ethan, when you know that's
Stephen,
not
what's
true.
the lie?
There's no one ducking
the
you,
lie?
Sam.
Why
I've
are you
never.
so afraid?
Sam.
Now, listen, I think you're a
I can
smart
call out
guy.
Mike
I
Tyson.
don't understand
It doesn't mean that I'm
why
ducking him.
You are so worried about
Why do you
this.
feel that?
I
Why do you feel
honestly
that anyone,
don't.
Sam? Why do you feel that anyone owes you airtime when you have a 40th of the audience and you've been doing the show
I don't
for
think
10 times
anybody
as
owes me
long?
airtime. I think that Ethan has just given it to me.
Right.
I didn't ask him for it.
Right. No,
And
you've been
so
begging for it for
the
a
real
long time with
question is
everyone
begging
bigger
for
than
it.
yourself.
Why are
Yeah,
you
he
so
found a
He
way
can't
in.
build an
engaging
audience,
with me?
and so what happens is he
Why are
uploads
you so
15
worried
times
about-
more,
Do you
has
think
less
your
than a
audience
50th of the
says-
audience.
Well, that's why he wants
Do
to
you think
debate
that
you,
your
is so he can
audience-
build his
Sam,
audience.
Sam, come on.
You
Where's,
think your audience
Yeah.
cares that I only have 1 million subscribers and you have what, 6 or 7
I
million
think. Let me answer.
subscribers?
Can I answer your
I don't
question?
think
Can I
they
answer your
do.
question? Can I answer your question? Do you want me to answer
Sure.
your question? My audience would say Sam who? Just like Joe Rogan's audience and Ben Shapiro's
Now
and
they
Dave
all
Rubin.
know who I
Now
am.
they all know who
You
you
just
are because you
introduced me.
had to
Because
shoehorn
your
yourself
audience
into
saw
another
watching
coward
yourself
show.
into another
College
show.
students every day that you do
Why
that,
are we
change
Hold on a
my
second. Hold
mind.
on a second.
They don't know who
This
those
is another
college
lie. This
students
is
are.
another lie.
It
The
is.
cha-
What
let me
difference would it
clarify,
be?
Sam. Let me clarify, Sam. The change my mind. Everyone knows on the show, right?
Yes.
We've had
How
professors
did
on
you
the.
know I
this is
ended
what's
my
he's not
show
gonna talk.
early last week, Stephen? If your
Because
audience
you're an
doesn't even know
idiot,
me,
and half
How
of
did
your
you know
staff
that?
doesn't like you.
watch my
Because I'm a
show?
diehard fan.
Yes, it's because
watch
he's a
it all the
diehard
time.
fan.
Well,
There,
if
I had
you're a
heard of you,
diehard fan,
but I just met you.
why
Congratulations,
not have
Sam
me
Cedars fan.
And
I'm just
Stephen
a
have a
huge fan.
conversation.
I like.
Well,
I
right
will
now,
talk
every time
about
I
the
try and talk,
issues
you're
that you wanna
interrupting,
talk
Sam.
about,
Yeah, and
Stephen.
Right now, I'm trying to talk with you. You're interrupting,
you
Sam.
bombarded the show to
You
debate.
go
bombarded.
ahead.
You bombarded my show under a false pretense. You claim that everyone, just like you
Bombarded.
claim that I ducked a debate with you under a false pretense. Have I ever?
That is what the Politicon people told
Oh,
me.
is that
I
what they
played
told
the
you?
audio
So you're just
of it.
lazy with your research?
And if big
No,
tech is
You
what
continue with the
research do
lie.
I need?
You need to
They
research
said
and
you were
say, did
booked.
Stephen ever accept?
They said
Let me
you were
let me explain to you. Let me explain to you.
They
Let me
said
explain to
you
you.
were
Hey, hey,
booked,
whoa,
and
whoa,
then
whoa, whoa,
you
Sam,
dropped out and you
Sam,
literally
Sam,
had
sweetheart,
cold feet.
Sam, fake stand-up comic who we can't find any footage about online. Let me finish.
I'm not a stand-up comic.
Oh, you're not? Okay, that makes sense because everything that I've seen is incredibly unfunny and unentertaining, which may explain the
I'm not
audience
a
number.
stand-up
Ironic,
comic.
irony alert. Stephen.
Comedian,
How much have you
comedian.
watched of my
The
stuff,
irony
Stephen,
of-
that
Sam,
you think that
can I
your
answer your
audience
question?
wouldn't appreciate
Sam,
our
Sam,
discussing
Sam,
things?
Samuel, can I answer your question?
Yes.
So you have gone on and you've done the same thing with other comics. Everyone has a bigger audience than you. Because you said, I want to speak with Steven Crowder. You believe that at some point there was some acceptance? When have I ever done a Politicon? Ever? When have I as a
don't
matter of fact,
know.
in the
I
last
haven't followed
decade,
your career
in the
like you
last
seem to have
decade,
followed mine,
in the last
Stephen.
decade, I haven't done a single political conference.
How
I
can
hosted
you
CPAC
say-
for 4 years and stopped because they suck.
How can
They
you
don't
say
pay
you-
and they're full
Okay.
of losers.
What
And you've been
about Gavin
clamoring
McInnes's
for it,
show?
and it's a
Gavin
lie.
told me that you dropped out
How
of doing
can you
his show
say that
because
This is just
I was
hearsay and
going to go-
gossip.
But how can he say
I've
that
never
he
met more of a
follow your
woman.
career when he wants to keep
Well, I don't
debating?
even-
I don't know.
I don't want
It's
to talk
just
about
hard.
any of it.
All right. Okay.
Let's talk about the
So,
issue,
Ethan,
the
do you want to have a
CDC.
conversation, Ethan?
about
Let's
the
talk about
vaccine
big
because
tech.
you were
Ethan, do you
so
want to have a
strong.
conversation? You're going to
I do.
hide.
You felt so
Absolutely,
strongly
I do.
about
Or
it.
big
So
tech.
why are you hiding behind Sam Cedar?
Oh no!
Have
no,
a conversation
No, me and Sam are aligned. I'm
with
not
him.
hiding.
Well, you're
He
just a liar,
Oh, so you're a
Ethan.
liar.
Because remember
You
we
brought
said,
in
hold on a
somebody
second. Hold on a
else to
second.
debate.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
It
yeah.
sort of feels
It's
like you guys
ridiculous.
are the ones who are hiding.
Really? Hiding?
Really?
No, no.
Being
This is
completely
actually.
open
Who
about it.
snuck in on you?
Who's the guy who never
guys are being
appears on
completely
stage,
open
never
about
does
it.
a live show,
But is a
never
comic.
even sheds, never even allows a shadow of comedy to be perceived on his program? It's just hiding.
Right.
Everything we do is out in the open. H3, you know
Steven, you're wearing
that we
a holster.
agreed.
So what?
Hold on a second. Yeah? So? I want to normalize responsible gun ownership. Is that your debate? No wonder you had to bring in a hack for
You
you.
want to call it a
I'm crying out loud. That was his debate
Should
strategy.
we write it for you?
You have a holster, bro.
Also,
You have a
you're
holster
trying
as he takes advantage of mentally ill women for a show that just is dwindling. All right, okay. All right, Sam, you got it. You got it. I hope you have a wonderful highlight reel. Hope you enjoy Politicon.
Hold on. Let me just make this
Hope you
point.
enjoy Politicon, Ethan. We'll
Hold on,
release
let me
the
make
private
one point.
Yeah, you
messages.
take it easy.
All right,
everybody.
thanks, guys. I appreciate it. It's adorable. Hey, Sam, one thing before I go. Can you take off your glasses? One thing before I go. Can you take
wanna
off your
see-
glasses?
we just wanna see if
I
there's
just want to
buttons.
see if you take them off. If you have the Velveteen Rabbit buttons. That's the only thing I'm
wanna
curious
see.
about. It's the only interesting part about you.
Or if there's a soul.
Just take off the glasses.
Let's debate.
Don't hide behind the glasses, Sam.
Don't say let's debate, Ethan. You've lost that opportunity.
Ethan's lost the
with your
debate.
business.
All right, this is sad. This is why we don't
Ethan,
debate.
shut up.
Debate power.
All right, good. You guys are good. Thank you. Appreciate it. Won't even take off the glasses. All right, yeah, you can give
Bye-bye.
it the X. This is.